When you think of cinematic legends of speed, precision, and pure grit, two names punch through the crowd. Bruce Lee, the godfather of martial arts cinema, and Hit Girl, the razor-tongued teenage vigilante from the Kick-Ass universe. On paper, they come from opposite ends of the spectrum. He's a disciplined martial artist who changed the world with philosophy and fists, while she's a foul-mouthed force of nature raised on bullets, blades, and vengeance. But imagine a world where dimensions cross, where legends clash not for survival, but for supremacy. This wasn't just a fight, it was a clash of ideologies, skill sets, and eras. The battleground was a dimly lit warehouse on the edge of a deserted Tokyo dock. Midnight, the air thick with fog, flickering neon signs bouncing off the puddled concrete. No allies. No interference. Just two fighters who didn't flinch at pain, staring each other down. Bruce Lee, clad in his iconic yellow jumpsuit, stood with calm focus, his breath steady, body loose like water. Across from him, Hit Girl twirled her butterfly knife with a smirk, dressed in purple combat gear, twin katanas sheathed behind her back, a glint of teenage rebellion in her eyes. Hit Girl, real name Mindy McCready, is no ordinary teenager. Trained by her ex-cop father since childhood, she grew up on gunpowder and hand-to-hand combat instead of cartoons and school lunches. Her greatest strength lies in her unpredictability. She's fast, brutal, and has an almost psychotic willingness to do whatever it takes to win. She's a human whirlwind, knives, guns, tasers, and clever tricks all hidden within reach. But that's also her weakness. She fights with emotion. While her speed and gear give her the edge against street-level thugs, against a fighter who reads movement like poetry, her impulsiveness can cost her. She's chaos. Beautiful, dangerous chaos, but still chaos. Then there's Bruce. Not just a martial artist, but a philosopher of combat. His greatest strength isn't just physical, it's in his mind. He doesn't react, he anticipates. Bruce is fast. Blindingly fast. Not in a showy, flashy way, but in that terrifyingly precise kind of fast where you don't even see the punch until you're already on the ground. He's trained in multiple disciplines, Wing Chun, boxing, fencing, judo, but Jeet Kune Do, his own creation, is about stripping away the unnecessary and striking with simplicity and directness. Every move has purpose. He doesn't waste energy. He doesn't overextend. But he's not invincible. Bruce fights within the rules of martial discipline. He doesn't rely on weapons. He's human. If you can catch him off guard, you might land a hit. That's a big if. The moment Hit Girl lunged, knives flashing, Bruce didn't flinch. She moved like a blur, slashing, spinning, attacking from odd angles. Bruce stepped aside with fluid grace, deflecting with a flick of the wrist, countering with a palm strike to her ribs. She stumbled but grinned. Round one wasn't a win or a loss. It was calibration. She pulled twin pistols, but Bruce was already moving, ducking, weaving, closing distance. One gun went flying with a well-placed kick. The second misfired as he trapped her wrist and redirected the shot harmlessly into the ceiling. Hit Girl dropped low, sweeping his legs, he jumped. She rolled beneath him, drawing a blade. The fight turned to steel. She was a fury of strikes and stabs, but Bruce adapted like water. He didn't need a weapon, his body was one. He disarmed her with a joint lock so fast it was nearly invisible, spinning her to the ground. She got back up, bloodied but smiling. She loved the fight. She fed off it. But Bruce? Bruce was focused. Breathing steady. Not a scratch on him. She threw a flashbang, classic dirty move. But Bruce had already shut his eyes the second she twitched toward her belt. He anticipated it. He moved behind her in the whiteout and whispered, "Don't think. Feel." The fight ended with a strike to the solar plexus so precise, so devastating, it robbed her of breath mid-swing. She collapsed. Not out of courage, but because her body simply couldn't continue. Bruce stood over her, not triumphant but respectful. He bowed because to him, even this wild child deserved honor. Bruce Lee didn't win because he was stronger. He didn't win because he was older, wiser, or even more skilled in weapons, because frankly, Hit Girl brought an arsenal. He won because of control. While she fought with the chaotic fury of someone trying to prove something, Bruce fought with clarity. He read her like a book, adapted to her every move, and never let emotion cloud his judgment. She came as a storm. But Bruce? Bruce was the eye. Calm. Deadly. The legacy of the fight. After it was over, she grinned through bruised lips and said, "You hit like a philosophy teacher." Bruce smiled back. "And you fight like a comic book." Two worlds. One truth, respect is earned in the ring. And on that night, Bruce Lee reminded everyone, again, why legends don't need weapons. Just purpose.